This right here is an album cover for Dirtbag. He's signed to Jive Records. And what I did here was I shot him on a pool separate, and then I went to the Everglades, and in the Everglades I shot this wonderful, what do you call these? This is not a lake, this is a swamp. It was a swamp with alligators and stuff like that, so that his whole concept was coming out of the swamp. And I put that together on Photoshop. This was recently, this is 2005 work. But if you go back a few pages, right? This was before Photoshop. You see, this was, I'm dating myself now, which is bad. Because when I say before Photoshop, that means I'm old. This is probably like 1998, and what we did, we went to an hangar, and we got a pyrotechnician to put these gas pipes under the water, and you know, he actually let the flames go. This is Busy Bone for Bone Thugs and Harmony, and he was right in the middle of the flames, which was kind of cool because, you know, nobody was doing that type of stuff for photography. This is a very special project. This was Nas, that Nas album cover for I Am. He wanted to do sort of like a King Tut kind of thing, and I got my man Dave Cortez, a talented sculptor, who took the face from Nas, which is right here, you see him here, and did a cast, and then did this wonderful sculpture where he cut out pieces of stone and made a King Tut looking thing. This is not digital at all. This is an actual thing. You know, this is a physical sculpture. And the hardest part about this was when you get a reflective surface, it's hard to make the surface look like the person. So you see it and you say, oh yeah, this is kind of cool. This is actually 11 hours of lighting until it looked like Nas, because you know, having a reflective thing is like having a mirror. So there's no shadows and stuff like that. So all the shadows had to be created with black reflectors all around. So if you see this, in front of this thing was like maybe 10 or 20 black and white reflectors to kind of like create all of that. And I don't know if you're understanding, if I'm explaining myself properly, but this shit was hard to do. Very hard to do. This was a beautiful project for Vibe magazine. They asked me to recreate the civil rights movement in pictures. So I got a 4x5 camera, a field camera, and yeah, I picked the artists to work with because I wanted revolutionary artists like Dead Press and the People's Army, Charlie Baltimore, Joy, and they were doing giving a tribute to like Angela Davis, the Black Panthers, Fred Hampton, you know, a lot of different figures that help us shape who we are now. And that was a beautiful, beautiful project. We did all the vintage stuff, and it was amazing. This Wu-Tang cover was the first picture that anybody saw from the Wu-Tang Clan ever. This was back in like 1994, 93 actually, 93. And when I first met the RZA, he said he wanted to have some sort of monastery or some sort of church type of thing, and I built the logo in gold and did some candles. Once again, this was before Photoshop, and this is how we came about with the concept. This was the very first image people saw of the Wu-Tang Clan. Nobody ever seen them before, and after that they saw millions and millions of records. This is also over here. I'm very proud of this because I did this to support the record back then in 1993. You see the World Trade Center here, and what I did was I sandwiched two negatives, once again before Photoshop. Sandwiched two negatives and took a picture of a painting of the Wu-Tang symbol, almost like a Batman type of thing to reminisce Batman. And it came out, man. They run it for the marketing campaign. We got 112, Jagged Edge, I did those records too. I'm big on recreating history. I like when they give me that challenge because I feel that I have this old soul in me. Like I'm from the times of Jimi Hendrix, from the times of, Ricky Valens and all those people, man. I like when I hear old music. And when they told me to recreate Jimi Hendrix, I did this as a tribute to that record called The Jimi Hendrix Experience. But I gave it my own modern twist of hand painting and stuff like that. And this was a project for Sony BMG Records. Moving along, what else can I do? Ice Cube, man. Ice Cube gave me like 15 minutes to shoot this. I barely talked to him. He was like, "You got 15 minutes, kid." And I came up with that. I actually flew with this flag, which reminisces the American flag, bleeding. And this was in 1993 when he was really angry. Now Ice Cube is a lot happier. I don't know if I'll do that now. But that's it. JC, let me get to this one right here before you cut. World Trade Center, JC, that's before Rockefeller. That's a beautiful image too. And the list goes on. De La Soul, Chaco Quest, World Trade Center. I was a huge World Trade Center photographer. I think I've got about maybe 100 pictures of the Twin Towers from different angles and maybe I'll do an exhibit one day. It's kind of special because today is September 11. So.
I'm sure a lot of photographers want to be in your shoes right now. Can you give us a little insight about how you got to where you are?
Well, things happen.
A lot of hard work, right?
Yeah, man. Things happen for me kind of quickly. I shouldn't say quickly. It's been a while, but I like to do what I do, and everything that I do, I strive for the best. And I think that if you put hard work, whether it's music, whether it's art, whether it's video, whether it's writing, if you do the best, if you strive to be the best, money's gonna come to you. No matter what. I mean, it could be marketing, if you doctor, whatever. And if you do the best that you can do and it's good, you're good.
So if people want to check out some of your album covers and the work that you've done, do you have a website or
right now,
how can we see it?
You can check www.diamantepictures.com.
Okay.
There's going to be a link in there that you can go in there and you check Daniel Hastings.
So that's www.diamantepictures.com. If you want to see some amazing work, you got to check this out.
You could also check me on MySpace. Danny Cash _media, MEDIA.
Okay, so you guys better check that out. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
I love your show too.
Oh, thank you. This is Jillian with RockMeTV, and don't shrink that screen.